Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, our third season of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. My name is TJ Wary, and we are broadcasting live from the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame and Museum in Jackson. Now, if this is the first time you're watching the show, we are basically the RedZone Channel for high school football here in Mississippi. We're trying to bring you as many games, and we're going to cut into as many games as we can each and Friday night throughout the duration of the MHSAA regular season. So with that being said, first we can talk about our sponsor, Performance Therapy, great sponsor for us, 16 locations across the state, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results. We also want to shout out Roosters in Fondren and in Flowood for our pregame meal tonight. Are you looking for something fresh and delicious? Because we've got you covered with either Basil's or with Roosters. Basil's is a real deal, fast casual deli that specializes in paninis and pizzas. Then Roosters, you can get just about anything, including burgers, red beans and rice, country fried steaks. And since I'm 12 years old, I got chicken fingers tonight, and they were delicious with a roll and some mac and cheese. It was fantastic. Roosters is in Fondren and Flowood, and then Basil's is in Fondren and in the Renaissance. That's in the Ridgeland area. If you're ever in the Jackson area, come on down, try them out. It's fantastic. So let's get to the games we're going to be focusing on tonight in our first edition of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live in the 2024 high school football season. We got Clinton and Warren Central in the red carpet bowl. Clinton hopes to erase some memories of a 1-9 season last year. They've got a new head coach in John Carr who replaces Judd Boswell. Warren Central, meanwhile, returns several key players from last year's team and looks to continue its streak of postseason appearances. The Vikings have been every year since 2012. Our next game, Madison Central at Ocean Springs. Madison Central hasn't missed a postseason since 2014, and the Jaguars advanced to the North State Finals a year ago. They won the 6A state championship in 2021. Ocean Springs, meanwhile, has been dominant on the coast for the past 3 years. They will enter region play this season on a 19-game win streak in region play. We will also be checking out the Crosstown Classic between Oxford and Lafayette. This year's version is in Oxford. Oxford won last year's game 42-7, and the Chargers have won 10 of the last 12 games in this series. Over in Macon, Noxubee County hosting Starkville. These two teams played in the state championship game last year, or in their respective classes championship games. Starkville lost in the 7A title game, while Noxubee County lost in the 3A state championship game. Then on the coast, it's 7A Brandon visiting 6A Picayune. These two teams opened the season against each other last year. It was a game Picayune won 28-21. We have more state championship game participants in this next matchup between Grenada and Oak Grove. Grenada lost in the 6A championship, while Oak Grove won the 7A championship against Starkville. Then in the MAIS, they've been in action for a couple weeks. Defending 6A champ Hartfield off to a 2-0 start. The Hawks are hosting Simpson Academy, who lost to Adams County Christian in the 5A title game last year. Speaking of Adams County, the Rebels are in Rankin County tonight, taking on 6A runner-up Jackson Prep. Both teams won their season openers last week. And then lastly, for now, we have Madison Ridgeland Academy visiting Oak Forest. MRA is replacing John White at quarterback. He's the state's all-time leading passer in passing yards. Oak Forest won the 5A state championship in 2022, and John White is now at Southern Miss. So before we start getting to the games, we got a lot of them in halftime still. Let's hear a message from our sponsor, Performance Therapy.
Pelahatchie Clinic, and today I wanted to talk to you about our outreach model. One of the core foundations of our company was based in sports, athletics, and orthopedics, and it's grown to other subspecialties, but because of that, we've placed athletic trainers in a lot of our area schools surrounding our clinics. And due to that, a lot of the kids in those schools and their parents and administration have been introduced to a healthcare professional on site that is selfless, that is accessible, that facilitates their care, that accelerates their care, and because of that, they've come to love them, and our athletic trainers love their communities and their schools as well as the athletes. We've tried to take that even farther, and we encourage every one of our employees to be portals in their communities and their churches and their schools and their families, to be facilitators of home exercise programs, doctor's appointments, anything that we can do to take them not just to be treated in the clinic, but to prevent having to be treated in the clinic, and to do everything that we can to facilitate and accelerate their care. At Performance Therapy, we would like to be the number that you call. We'd like to be the door that you walk through to find the healthcare professional that you need. And we welcome you. We hope that you would come into any one of our 14 locations, and I think that you will find a healthcare provider that can facilitate and accelerate your care. We are Performance Therapy. Comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, and proven results.
All right, thanks again to Performance Therapy. We really appreciate y'all. This show would not be possible if it weren't for your support. So thanks again to Performance Therapy. All right, it's time to get to some games. Our first stop of the 2024 season is going to be MRA taking on Oak Forest. And this game is not very close right now as they're in the third quarter, and MRA off to a dominant start. They're up 37-0. Let's check in live with MRA, and we'll be going to Hartfield and Simpson Academy shortly thereafter.
The Patriots can make up and hold one more time.
3rd down and 9.
Force 4th down.
The MRA Patriots show a 4-man front. Oak Forest has twin receivers and an H-back to the right. Covington takes a snap. He's rolling to the right, throws it to the right. It's going to be incomplete. It was intended for number.
All right. Now let's introduce you to Hartfield and Simpson Academy. This game not very close either. It's 42-0 Hartfield over Simpson Academy. This game in the third quarter at Hartfield. Simpson Academy leads this all-time series 4-3, but Hartfield won last year 48-22. Let's go live to Hartfield.
Quarterback number 22, Braden McKinney.
Look like Cam Akers.
Yeah, Cam Akers reference here. Cam may be the second most important Clinton native mentioned on the broadcast, myself being the first, obviously. Obviously, I'm kidding. No one.
From about the 38 all the way inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line. So a good.
Right up the gut again. There, pounding away. There is a fumble on the play. Hartfield quickly responding, saying that they got it. We're waiting for any sort of confirmation as to whether or not the official called him. The way the officials are reacting, it seems like they marked him down.
Yeah, on the replay, it looks like he was down there before the ball popped out.
We had a similar situation. I was doing PA for JV last night. I had a similar situation as well where.
1st and 10, Commodores after the touchback. They've got the ball at the 20-yard line, and Nick Thompson. He's your.
All right, next stop is Oxford taking on Lafayette. Oxford up 24-0. They just started the third quarter in the Crosstown Classic. Lafayette leads the all-time series 26-25-2, but Oxford won last year 42-7. Like we mentioned, has won 10 of the last 12 in this series. Let's go live to Oxford.
So one play results in a fumble, and the Chargers get it right back here with 11:50 left in the third quarter.
That turnover.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead.
That turnover is brought to you by Citizens Bank. Chargers get a turnover here right off the bat. At the Citizens Bank, you're not just an account number, you're a valued member of our community. And if you find yourself in the market for a loan, whether a new car, mortgage, business, or checking or savings account, we're here to help you achieve your financial goals. Stop by or call today. That is Citizens Bank. Here's Pegues up the middle.
I did not see that ball pop loose on that last play by Lafayette, but it did, and the Chargers able to recover it.
Yeah, fumble, the first turnover of the night, as that was Pegues carrying it to the 12 for a gain of 3. Is 2nd down and 7 at the 12-yard line. Dean in a hurry-up. Gives to Pegues again. Straight ahead of the 10 to the 5. And Pegues diving for the end zone. He's going to be ruled down at the 1-yard line, I believe.
Yeah, he's very close to being in the end zone, but they're going to say he's just about a half a yard short. But a nice run there off that right side there for the Chargers.
Pegues was thinking he had his 2nd touchdown of the night. Now here they go. Upchurch is in the game as they go into the power formation. Double wing back set. Let's see if we get a quarterback sneak here with Dean. We will. Straight ahead. Dean's 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers stretch the lead to 30-0.
Yeah, 3 plays on that short drive there for the Chargers. They score with 11:01 left in the third quarter. And then
All right, there's our first touchdown of the season. Let's go to Clinton and Warren Central, the Red Carpet Bowl down in Vicksburg. Looks like Warren Central has the ball. They are down 12-7 to Clinton. Remember, Clinton, like we mentioned, just won one game last year. They got a new head coach in John Carr, replacing Judd Boswell, who was there for 12 seasons. And this feed has been kind of given in and out, so if we jump out of it, that's because, it's technology and things happen. But right now, let's go to Clinton and Warren Central.
Pistol formation. Hands it off to Collins. Collins cuts it back inside. We got a flag on the play there. He'll fall forward past the first down marker, but we'll see if this play stands.
Yeah, the holes are just opening up huge up front for the running backs, for no matter who they are right now for Warren Central. But may see why. I mean, it could be a hold here, which is
middle linebacker position, and that Gonzo's plugging that hole up in there. We've got to seal this edge out here. They've had a little success getting outside on us some there, but you love to see this right here because this is your twos. They're in there getting reps, and Simpson's still running their ones out there, so it makes you feel good. Simpson's coming at you with both barrels right here because they're yet to score this year, and they're trying to get in that end zone, I promise you.
Yes, absolutely. And you can't blame them. You can't fault them for that. We've got, I see 61 Payne Weaver as well.
Maddox Lynch goes left to right of the formation. Hand off to Collins. He's going around the right side. Push backwards. He's going the wrong way. You want to talk about great pursuit. The arrow showed you how there.
Yeah, excellent pursuit right there by numerous guys. And just stayed disciplined enough to
All right, so there's no audio here for Oxford and Lafayette. As you can see, though, it is 31-0 Oxford, off to a strong start to this 2024 regular season. Let's go to Adams Christian and Jackson Prep now. A lot of blowouts going on, unfortunately, here in week one. It's 37-0 Jackson Prep. Let's go live to Flowood.
Too soon.
Yes, you did.
You should have taught me that in broadcast 101.
You weren't there that day.
So yeah, skipped out.
So he'll get a 1-yard gain on that one. The penalty was at the 44-yard line. The line of scrimmage was the 43.
Well, that class did meet close to lunch, and I knew John Marcus was probably down in the Slavas.
We're supposed to do that with the free throws in basketball season, right?
That's right.
Okay. I'll remember that.
Yeah, you're on your game.
I got it now.
Oh, goodness. So the Patriots going backward. Now
going quickly now. New running back. They get him down, but not before a positive gain. Looking for that number. That's number 4, Gavin Davenport.
Luke rolling to his right. Protection is good. Runs out of protection, and down he goes.
Yeah, you've got to get rid of that football there. That's just a learning moment for him. When he sees the pressure, he's already.
Handoff goes to Davenport again. Stiff arm one's defender racing towards the left side. 5 stretching for the end zone. Gets pushed out before he does, but it will be first and goal for the Vikings.
Yeah, again, the frustrating piece of that is that you had a young man for Clinton, looked like, I believe that was Merchant, 23, that, once again missed the tackle, just wasn't able to wrap that tackle up. Credit the running back to a degree with the stiff arm, but those are the kind of things that frustrate coaches there when you have the opportunity to limit these yards, but you just don't take advantage of them.
So it'll be first and goal from the 3-yard line for the Vikings.
Yep. All right, so this is Madison Central and Ocean Springs. They are underway there in the third quarter, and it looks like Madison Central just punched in a touchdown to tie this game. Then back over at Clinton and Warren Central, we've got a situation. Can't really tell. We might not be able to roll with this feed all night because it is just not working, but I think we had a turnover on downs because people are coming off the field. I don't know if this is I think they're swapping out. Let's go back to Madison Central and Ocean Springs. Madison Central with the go-ahead PAT. It is up and it is good, and Madison Central has a 14-13 lead. So they will go to a timeout, and they will have the kickoff in just a minute. Meanwhile, at Simpson Academy in Hartfield, Hartfield's got the ball. Jackson Prep is punting it off to Simpson Academy. We've got Brandon and Picayune still at halftime. Grenada and Oak Grove still at halftime. Still a lot to get to early in this week one of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Performance Therapy. Let's hang out at Hartfield for a minute.
Level sponsors, and of course, Hartfield Live is powered by Strength Roofing and Siding, our streaming partner 2 years running. Whistle has blown because we have hit the end of the third. We're moving quickly through this second half of action. 42-0 still the score. We'll with Hartfield football and Hartfield Live right after this.
For over 40 years, Strength Roof.
Open Eli Palmer just beyond the outstretched right hand, and a golden opportunity.
All right, now we're at Grenada and Oak Grove. Grenada nearly missing on this throw and nearly getting a touchdown. It's 24-10 Oak Grove. Oak Grove's got a lot to figure out this year. They lost a lot of talent, including their quarterback. Andrew Maddox is a four-star player. He's at Ole Miss right now. It looks like Grenada is going for a field goal. The defending 7A champs off to a strong start. They get a stop, and the field goal is no good. It looked like it hit the upright or something like that. Anyway, so Oak Grove will keep Grenada off the board, still 24-10. Let's now go to Brandon and Picayune are back underway. They're not ready yet? Okay, not ready yet. All right, well, let's see. Let's go to Oxford and Lafayette. It looks like Oxford up 37-0. Let's await the PAT for Oxford, and it is up, and it is good. 38-0 Oxford over Lafayette. Oxford's got South Panola, Grenada, Tupelo, and Starkville as their next 4 games on the schedule, while Lafayette is going to have Horn Lake, Itawamba Agricultural, Columbus, and Memphis Central. All right, we're waiting for Brandon and Picayune stream to kick into gear. In the meantime, let's go back to Grenada and Oak Grove as Oak Grove takes over after that missed field goal attempt by the Chargers.
Time-consuming drive here and put it in the end zone. Go up by 3 touchdowns. Play fake to Champagne now. Hall way out. Now going to just tuck and run. His first carry of the night. Sticks the football out and does a nice job. Good awareness by the sophomore Kellen Hall. And he'll pick up the Java Mo's first down. Another look here on the Glide Trailers instant replay. Again, Hall showing poise, trying to direct traffic, and wisely just tucking that one and picking up the first down with his legs.
Yeah, Hall using those long legs. Slender kid, you can see him there on the screen.
Hit him about the 5-yard line. He walked into the end zone.
Did a good job coming back to his left as he was right looking the entire time. Got pressured a little bit, and receiver just snuck over here to the
as well. Hall to put it in the air. He's got a man wide open. That's Caden Smith with the reception. He'll haul it in at the 34-yard line. Big catch by Caden Smith, picking up a Java Mo's first down.
Well, not the prettiest pass in the world. Had a little wobble to it, but it is on the money nonetheless. Caden Smith comes down with it, running a good route. Good coverage by Grenada. Warriors in business now at their 34-yard line. Fresh set of down, 6:56 and counting.
Smith doing a really nice job, as Lance mentioned. That one, not the prettiest pass out of the right hand of Hall, but Smith going up and high-pointing that football. Hauling it down for a big gain. So 1st and 10 from the 34 now for OG. That's Lewis in motion, going to give to Champagne around the right side, following the Big Uglies. Out in the open field, Champagne, 10-5, Warrior tie, touchdown, Colin Champagne.
Break out the glasses, boy.
Yep. All right, so Oak Grove gets another touchdown. It's 30-10. Now let's go to Brandon and Picayune for the first time tonight. Brandon, the offense, working just fine with a sophomore quarterback, replacing Landon Varnes. That guy's going to be Sladen Slack as Brandon's up 36-21 at Picayune. Remember, last year Picayune came to Brandon and beat the Bulldogs 28-21. Well, Brandon is getting the last laugh right now on the road as they're up 36-21. Here comes a PAT for Oak Grove, and it looks like we got a penalty on that. So let's go back to Brandon and Picayune. Picayune with the football, down 15.
Opening night of high school football 2024 season. Reverse counter, and he's got some space and a block. Going to break a tackle across the 40, down to the 35, off his feet at the 25-yard line. That is a pickup of 25 for B.J. Decree.
Yeah, Decree just line up.
Car strength and conditioning coach.
Yeah.
So that one's going to move back for a false start, so Miller will have to kick this one back 5 yards from
another advanced pet care penalty. Will back it up to the spot of the 15 for Aiden Williams. So a 25-yard attempt for Cooper Miller for the commercial stationary PAT. And we've got
turn him over. I was in practice, and he can boom the ball and turn it over.
What you say, Doc?
Over there on the right side of that line, jump. So now Miller will get a little field goal practice as this one will move back 5 more yards. It will be set down, looks like right at the.
You can't ask for, or ask. Dylan's a great kid. I don't know how I was starting that sentence off. It wasn't going where I wanted to. Dylan's an outstanding kid. We love Dylan every time we get a chance to talk to him in the hall. If there's a high snap, let's see if Ethan can fall on it.
Fall on it, Ethan.
It is going every which way. My goodness, that thing was sent out like a rocket. Elliott finally able to track it down. However, they're going to go from the 3-yard line to almost the 30-yard line.
Well, this is interesting. It's going to be set.
Low snap. They're going to hand it off. McCluskey again gets to the outside and picks up about 3.
You know, Russ, I love the fact that they leave the offensive line, the main offensive line in there to get a.
Yeah, no fret. Just throw it up down there to him. Kalen Tapper just do his thing.
Low snap. They come after it. He gets it away. It's going to take a big Ocean Springs hop, and it's going to be caught on a hop and taken down immediately
by a host of Greyhounds. There were 3 or 4 guys down there, 29, 30.
58 shot at Glory, and he dropped it. No, except for eating cheeseburgers. They are not meant to catch footballs.
Right. The big boys, not typically the ones you feature in those situations. Quick score update. You know, we mentioned several of the other 6A teams are in action tonight, and most of those games were big-time blowouts. Here in Central Mississippi, J.A. and Pillow have been playing.
Alive. We got to yeah.
Another high snap. Elliott is able to fall on that one again, but that's going to make this, 4th in a world to go at this point as the ball is marked at the 38.
We might could do that thing. I've heard other football teams talk about it. I don't think we've it's called a
All right, so we're back at Oxford and Lafayette. Oxford just had an interception that led to their latest possession, a big hit there and a fumble, and I don't know what they've called. It looks like Oxford's going to keep the football there. Hartfield, meanwhile, just scored after a couple snapping issues. Naturally, as we leave. Isn't that how it always goes, boys? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. That fumble on the fumbled snap on that goal to go reminded me of Mississippi State and La Tech a few years ago. I was there for that. It was the most incredible thing I've ever witnessed on a football field in my life. So let's hop over to Jackson Prep now. Prep up 37-7 on Adams County Christian. Patriots trying to add to their lead, and that is going absolutely nowhere. Now let's hop down to Madison Central and Ocean Springs. Madison Central has the ball after they almost blocked a punt, and the Jaguars trying to add to that 14-13 lead.
Great job to hold on to that. Credit number 11, Ryan Delaney.
Delaney on the reception. Come for a first down.
14 yards on the pass.
Yeah, he had nice hands there. A pass was behind him, and he was able to hold on to it. So Madison Central once again back into Ocean Springs territory. Their first drive of the second half ended in the end zone. They're now at the Ocean Springs 43-yard line. Johnson in the shotgun like he's been all game. Will take the hand off. Take the snap, hand it to Singleton. He makes 2 men miss, and he's out in the open field. He's across the 30. Only one man can catch him, and he will not. A 43-yard touchdown run from Glenn Singleton, his third of the evening.
Jaguar.
Shep, he had 33 total yards the first half. Right now, I have him at 78 yards and 2 touchdowns. I knew that he was a great running back and that they would eventually get him more involved in the game. And they certainly have the second half. Bad snap, ball rolls back to the Hounds 20. They'll miss the extra point.
Well, that's kind of evens what Ocean Springs has done. It's been a bit of an adventure for both teams on special teams tonight.
On the snaps on the field goals, we've
Okay. You can bring me up again. All right, so Madison Central gets the touchdown. I love it when you catch the camera guy watching the game instead of remembering the camera. That always cracks me up. That was really funny. That was a great touchdown run for Madison Central. Bad snap on the PAT, so 20-13. The Jaguars leading the Greyhounds. Madison Central won last year 15-14. That was a wild game in Madison last season to start the year for Toby Collins and crew. Toby Collins in his 4th season as the head coach. Meanwhile, Jake Bramlett in his 2nd season for Ocean Springs. We're watching Oxford right now. They're having some audio issues. 38-0 over Lafayette in the Crosstown Classic. Brandon and Picayune keeps on going in and out. I hate it, but just when we think we got something, there's a buffer. So it's really unfortunate. Like we mentioned at the top of the show, technology is just, sometimes it can be your best friend. Sometimes you just want to kick it to the curb. So let's watch Oxford real quick, and then we'll go back to Oak Grove and Grenada. Grenada has the football. They're down 31-10 in that ball game. And then we're going to start going to Germantown and Northwest Rankin in a little bit as well when they get out of halftime, as well as Canton Academy and Heritage Academy. Promising, and that is a touchdown. All right, so Chargers get another one. That one is about as good as over. Now we're back at Oak Grove and Grenada. Grenada had a little screen play not work, and Oak Grove has a man down, so we might have a timeout coming. Let's go back to, oh man, let's try Brandon and Picayune. Let's try them. Let's see what we can get. Looks like Picayune just scored a touchdown, so this PAT will make it an 8-point game with 5:11 to go in the third quarter.
But it is good. Picayune going to slice into this Brandon lead, now 30.
See, I was telling you about the buffer and having a great time. Great time. All right, boys, let's see if we can't get Germantown and Northwest Rankin pulled up. And Canton Academy and Heritage Academy, we'll start going to them.
Sitting there
yeah, right now Canton Academy and Heritage Academy tied at 13, third quarter.
That was a high.
And let's go live to Canton Academy for a little bit.
They did go the required distance, and they just barely held on to that. Panthers were there. I'm sorry, go ahead, Bill.
Well, we were sitting there eating lunch. He just sat down, got his tea, and he took that first sip of tea, and he said, oh, what's going on? He said, I locked my keys in the trailer.
Oh, no. That's why you didn't finish today, isn't it?
No, it is.
No?
That's one of the reasons.
That's crazy.
He did not have a grinder or a bolt cutter. He had to go buy it, so we spent some time.
Around the left side, we got about 10 yards carried by Aiden Westmoreland again. Tell you what, that offensive line's getting it done.
Absolutely.
Defensively, Panthers are doing quite well. They're just playing against a bigger opponent tonight.
They are. Just a little bit of getting shoved around, but.
Yep. Oh, a high snap this time. No difference. Running back gets the out. 40 balls out. Panthers have it again.
And that ball was definitely out. He was not down.
Panthers came out with that football. First down, Panthers with 10 seconds left in this third quarter.
We're going to give that bumble recovery, too.
All right, MRA is continuing its hot start to the year. The Patriots already 2-0 with a 42-20 victory over Park Lane Academy, and then a 63-10 win over Mag Heights. Right now, up big on Oak Forest, 43-0, and there's still 10 minutes and some change left in the third quarter. So things are definitely going MRA's way as they get ready for Pulaski Academy next week. That'll be in Ridgeland. If you remember that game from last year, that was a crazy game that ended in controversial fashion for Pulaski Academy getting the victory. So we'll be looking forward to that one next week right here on Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live, presented by Performance Therapy. Let's go over to Ocean Springs now. The home team Greyhounds are driving on Madison Central down 20-13.
Knocked down after a big-time pickup, though.
That's 18 yards.
Down to the 16-yard line. Another Citizens Bank first down. They'll stop the clock. 3:08 here to go in the third quarter.
We need to get the snap down a little bit, Shep. He's having to reach up, and that's going to throw his momentum off. He's not a tall guy, like you said.
But he is fast.
Hall, after the play fake, flips it out on the bubble to Chevy Williams, and he turns on the Jets, and nearly one man to beat, almost picks up a touchdown, but that'll be a Javamo's first down nonetheless.
Champagne checks back into the game. Would not be surprised to see a steady dose of him just wear down that front for the Chargers.
Hall going to put in the air, now being flushed from the pocket, now decides to step up, heaves one deep into the end zone.
He just reared back and
He's got it. Catch, touchdown, Greyhounds! A 21-yard strike from Sherrod Whitehead to Nolan Wells. And the Hounds are an extra point away from tying this football game. Sam, you cannot draw it up any better than that drive.
No, and that's the response that we are looking for. And, you know, Shep, sometimes you just need Connor White has played a great game tonight. It is certainly nothing. Coach told us earlier in the today that we could see Sherrod, that he has control of the offense. We have the pleasure of having two quarterbacks, and you know, you got to get them reps, both of them. Snap is good.
Back. Holds good. Kick is good. With 2 minutes and 7 seconds to play here in the third quarter. Ocean Springs and Madison Central are all knotted up at 21.
It's going to bring up third and 7. See if Hall will go to the air here.
That went over his intended receiver. It was indeed A.J. Lewis.
Yeah, which probably would have been considered a lateral. It was behind the line of scrimmage. Behind. Looked like Hall threw it backwards is my point.
So the Warriors going to go for it here on 4th and 7. No hesitation from Coach Causey. So that'll be Lewis up at the top of your screen. Looks like he will be in man-to-man coverage. Single coverage at the top of your screen, trips to the wide side. So we'll see what Trip Summerall dials up here on 4th and 7. Champagne flanked in the backfield, a hard count by Hall. Chargers doing a nice job of showing some discipline. And another hard count again. Chargers don't fall for it.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Warriors punt all night. So,
and now Coach Causey calls the timeout.
Deep again.
And they're not returning that one.
That's what we need. We need them 6-7 yards deep in the end zone. That's exactly right. And Coach Collins looks at Peyton and goes, yeah, that's it. That's the thing I'm looking for.
We do it every time and make them start from the 20. All right, Shep, we need a big play here on defense, just a stop or a turnover. Get this defense fired up. You know, Shep, I've got to say, this series with Madison Central has been very competitive and been very, I mean, it's a pretty good little rivalry that we've got going on with them.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I think we might, it could potentially, continue. Sam, I just got a message from Dr. Robbie Wineski, which is, I covered him.
He played with my son.
I covered him when he was a senior in high school. It makes me, throw up every time that he's a doctor now. I mean, it's great, though. He took my wife's tonsils out earlier this year on the run there by Madison Central. And he said he's eagerly awaiting the Brother Martin updates with his father, Bobby, who went to Holy Cross. This week. So no real scores this week, guys, but you'll be waiting with bated breath. I'll be filling you in next week while we're at Oak Grove.
Well, it looks like cramps again. I can't tell the number, and we don't want to guess, but
let's see.
You've lost an item.
Uh-oh. Somebody's lost an item.
Report to the home side.
Their 37-yard line. Again, no McCaleb Taylor in the game in the backfield. Going to give it on 1st and 10 to Elliott. And the junior running back's going to pick up 4. In addition, we have not seen Zayon Cotton either. Or check that, Jaden Curry. Cotton out on the field, bottom of your screen, but Curry's still not in the ballgame after he went out returning that kickoff. And again, there goes Kevin Doc Malden out on the field. This time it appears that it's Jalen Moore cramping.
All right, let's go back to Canton Academy and Heritage Academy. 13-13 there in the fourth quarter. Canton Academy 3A Division II in the MAIS, while Heritage is in 5A District 1. Heritage Academy had a rough year last year, 0-10, lost all their games, but they've already got a win under their belts this year. They are 1-1. Canton Academy, meanwhile, is 2-0. So we'll hang out here. Got our eye on Oak Grove, obviously paying close attention to Madison Central and Ocean Springs as well.
Play, you ran outside, but they didn't have the 3 wideouts over there like they've had a couple times tonight. They catch them off guard. Of course, Cruz now, if it's a one-on-one, I'd lay odds on him against anybody.
Unfortunately, it was about 3.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. 4th down, Panthers ready to punt the ball.
And he's going to be left wide open. And it's going to pick up 7-8 yards. I mean, they run that until we stop them, Sam. I don't know why you do anything else.
Well, he lines up in the wing on this side, on the home Ocean Springs side, and then they fake the ball, and he goes backside, and he gets. Our linebackers are losing him in that traffic.
Sam, I don't want to bring up bad memories for you, but that's the play that LSU ran with Mason Taylor and Tiger float the tight end across the side, and you lose them. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I know.
Johnson will hand it off, and Singleton breaking free, still on his feet in the Ocean Springs territory. Sam, didn't you say he had 30 yards in the first half?
Yeah, had 33 yards.
33 yards.
He's close to 100 right now.
All right, next stop, Germantown hosting Northwest Rankin. Why are you freezing when I go to you, man? What are they scared of, man? What are they scared of? All right, well, we'll try that again in a minute. But Germantown and Northwest Rankin, Germantown up 24-21. The Mavericks, Germantown that is, went 5-6 last year, made the playoffs. Northwest Rankin went 5-5. They went 1-4 in region play. Hope to get back to that one. And Brandon and Picayune going in and out. We still got our eye on that. It's 39-28. Looks like they may have lowered their feed resolution. Maybe that'll help out the buffering issue. Right now, obviously, Madison Central driving on Ocean Springs is 20-20. They're taking a timeout. Let's go to Brandon now, visiting Picayune, up 39-28.
Did we miss a penalty, Chris? Looks like they're going to mark it at the 35-yard line, but
they called late.
Double coverage.
Yeah, 2 guys on him.
We'll get another look here. Trusty just pulls up right before he gets tackled, and then Cotton, amongst 2 defenders, uses the big body to shield himself between the defenders and the football, hauls it in.
Well, as soon as Cotton stopped, Carr turned.
Bam Parker under center. Dogs look like they were coming with a blitz there. Now we got a flag on the play here. Picayune's clapping, so that means it's going to be on Brandon. That's another 5-yard penalty.
But then Cotton spikes the ball like it's the 70s NFL. It's going to draw 15. I mean, there was no hiding that one. Probably a little frustration on his part. Huh?
Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 57. That penalty is declined. Defensive pass interference, number 28 of the defense. That penalty will be enforced.
Time ago. Hands off, first man through, going to stretch play far side, and a great play by Preston Ashley, who just ball hawked him down and says, hey, I got you, big boy.
What a great pursuit.
These transportation, kind of everything. Hold on, give you a note. Johnson going to fire it over the middle. Oh, no, good. Delivering the big hit right as the ball gets there was Blaze Nettles, the senior.
That was perfect timing because he was open, but he got there right as the ball did and made a great stick on the ball. That's what you want a safety to do.
Yep.
He shouldn't let anything past him, and if anything comes there to catch the ball, you knock it loose.
So that's going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Johnson calls for the football. He's going to hand it off on the left side to number 25. He charges forward. Once again, that's Michael Stephen. He's still.
Tell you what, Parker's having a little bit of coming out party of his own at the Picayune quarterback position. Picayune offense just methodically moving the football down the field. Of course, they had positive field position, but first down at the Bulldog 12-yard line.
Parker under center. Going to hand it to the first man through. That's the fullback, and he's going to be taken down quickly. A pickup of maybe one on the play. That's going to be Hawthorne. As we hit the 124 mark in the third quarter. Again, Bulldogs on top, 39-28. If Picayune punches this in, that's going to make this a 3-point ball game, make it real interesting. Now, right now, official timeout. We'll see. He's huddling here. Chris, any idea? We got a water timeout? Is that what we're doing?
I'm not exactly sure because he's calling the far back.
You're doing the math? Within 14.
There you go.
No, dramatic pause. They teach you that in broadcaster school. Too bad none of us have gone. But I hear they teach you that.
So Nethery's kick is up and good. So as Lance mentioned, the Chargers now pull within 14.
Got my abacus up here.
After I literally saw him scribbling out the score, subtracting 17 from 31 on the sheet to my left here. That's 14. So with 1:15 remaining here in the Jason Wesley State Farm third, Oak Grove 31, Grenada 17. Warriors certainly need to answer here. Trying to take a little momentum back in this one. Maybe take some time off the clock as well. Perhaps give a little heavy dose of Kylan Champagne along with the Roman Causey, Martez Blackwell. Maybe keep this one on the ground a little bit.
A lot of time left, but would not be surprised maybe for a little trickeration here, a little onside kick. Try to steal a free possession.
1:12 to go. Picayune can still get a first down at the 1-yard line. Parker, midline option, going to keep it himself. Nope, that time he fumbled the ball, and it's picked up by Picayune, and Dogs are going to take him down there. Ran that midline option again and pitched it late. He pitched it when he was in the air.
Pitched it when he was there and tried it, and at that time he pitched it was not looking to where his running back.
Second down and 14 here. Midline option. This time the quarterback going to keep it. You see the speed there, and he's going to take off and fall down at the 14-yard.
Boy hats. A lot of flannel.
All right, we got Germantown working right now as Brandon and Picayune just scored after the glitch. That's convenient. All right, so Germantown's got the ball. They're up 24-21. Picayune has a touchdown, making it 39-34. And they're going to be going for two. So let's go back to Brandon and Picayune to watch this two-point conversion. Meanwhile, Oak Grove's got a big play. We just saw Grenada with that awesome touchdown pass to make it 31-17. And now we got a timeout. They're going to talk about what they're going to do with 36 seconds to go and counting. Guess they're getting the clock synced up there. And that one, then we got Madison Central and Ocean Springs. Madison Central with the ball at the Ocean Springs 22-yard line. Coming out of timeout, that game's tied at 20.
Last time that's going to happen.
No, it's not.
Second down and 11. Hey, second and 11. Johnson rolling out. He's going to fire it. Oh, the ball is tipped. He was trying to hit Micah Jones.
Ricky also had him. Ricky gave him a good lick.
Yeah, it's been a minute since they've had a chance to hit him like that.
Really?
I tell you what, if Jones doesn't get his big paw on that, Sam, Aiden Watson could have picked that ball off.
Yeah. That's a good play. Now here you definitely
Third and 11. Hounds defense needs to get tough here. Third and 11. Clock stopped. 9:05 in the fourth quarter. We're knotted at 20 in the season opening contest between Madison Central and Ocean Springs. 10 seconds on the play clock.
Absolutely. 2-point conversion try coming up for Picayune. Toss sweep. Nope. Throw it back the other side. Tipped and picked off by Brandon. So that's a great defensive play. That remains a 4-point ball game. 39-34. Dogs on.
Down conversion there. They needed 11, and they got, what's that? 11, 12, 14.
14 yards.
Yeah.
Well, now we got to keep them out of the end zone. At least hold them to a field goal attempt. Does this remind you of last year's game?
Eerily similar. I mean, it's just
I'm
tight.
telling you.
Jaden Johnson hands it to Singleton. He charges forward. Nice job there by a host of hounds to tackle him. He picks up 2.
Singleton on the carry.
They'll say he's inside the 5, in between the 5 and the 4.
We got a player down.
Saints on the stop.
We've got a player down. I can't.
Murphy unable to handle it. He holds on to it, though, and gets positive yardage inside the 5. Flag on the play. Another snap that Murphy was unable to handle. Initial signal is face mask against the Cougars. Another player down on the field. Looks like they're 2
down the field looking for Quincy Phillips. He's up. Quincy, and it's right out of his hands. I couldn't see because of the tent. Chris, how tough of a haul in was that?
Hit him right in between the numbers, and I think the Picayune defender fell down and kind of got in his line of view and just hit him right between the numbers. I mean, if not, beautiful throw by Shaq.
Shaq in the first half, 14 of 20, 183 yards and 3 touchdowns. Shaq again, screen pass, and a great tackle by Picayune. That's a loss of 2 on the play, and Bulldogs may let the quarter run out. We'll see. It's 3rd down and long now.
You know, and Logan Drum is going to check in the ball game. A receiver going to be a quick pass to him, but he's going to lose 2 yards.
Dogs going to run quick here. Oh, looks like they got Picayune off sides, and they are. They're going to grab 5 back, so that's a good hard count by Shaq. Pull them off sides. So you're going to get 5 back. You lose 2, you grab 5. You're going to be plus 3 there. Sorry, my.
No, you got. And I tell you, the Bulldogs got to be real careful here. You know, good to see us firing, getting guys open, but Jake, here's what's got me concerned here. So the third quarter is going to tick out. You got fourth quarter coming up. Bulldogs with a 5-point lead. But the way Picayune, if we're not able to get a
good job by Watkins shooting the gap, getting Rhett Murphy before he could really get going. What the play clock says, but it's inoperable. left. Got it back in the backfield. Branson, he gets the handoff and gets into the end zone for the touchdown. So the Mavericks get it in the end zone. 4:30, clock still running, actually. Now they got 3 seconds run off the clock, but that's all right. So now Murphy will shift from the quarterback to the holder as the kicker, Simon Naylor, will attempt the point after. Flags on the play.
All right, so Germantown just got another touchdown, make it 30-21. We had a technicality with Stephen Madison Central and Ocean Springs, but Madison Central now is up 27-20 on Ocean Springs, and Brandon and Picayune are about to start the fourth quarter. So once again, we want to thank Roosters in Flowood, along with Basil's. You're looking for something fresh and delicious, look no further than Roosters and Basil's. Basil's is a real deal, fast casual deli. They specialize in paninis and pizzas. And the Roosters, they've got just about anything you can think of. Burgers, red beans and rice, country fried steak, chicken fingers, you name it. They probably got it. Go give them a visit. Roosters is in Fondren and Flowood, and Basil's is in the Renaissance out in Ridgeland and in Fondren as well. Now we're going to hear from our sponsor, Performance Therapy, while we are checking out Grenada and Oak Grove.
Hey guys, my name is Spencer Shoemaker. I'm the director here at our Brandon location. You've heard from several locations on what all subspecialties we offer. We also offer all those here in Brandon. The biggest thing we're about as a company is local hometown feel. We have a local assisted living facility. We offer aquatic therapy at Complete Fitness. But basically anywhere anybody needs us to go, we're interested in going because we want to help the community however we can. So we offer adult and pediatric therapy, and then we also have this return to sport room that once our athletes get towards the end of the treatment, we can bring them in here and specialize a treatment approach for them so they don't have to go anywhere. They can stay with the therapist they're used to. Adult-wise, we offer PT, OT, and speech. We also have pelvic floor therapists. We do a lot of workers' comp stuff. Pediatric therapy, we also offer PT, OT, and speech, and can screen for various diagnoses of your child. But the biggest thing for us is we want to support the community however we can. So if there's a need, we want to help it. If you're in the Brandon area, we'd love for you to give us a call at our office. If you're not, we have 14 other locations that are ready to help you get back on your feet.
We are Performance Therapy.
Comprehensive care.
Hands-on treatment, proven results.
Out of the play, you're right, Carr. Good break on the ball by the defensive back for Grenada.
So Champaign will head out, enter Martez Blackwell into the game. It'll be Lewis.
Out route Quincy Phillips. He's going to cut up and pick up 5 on the play.
Hall going to flip this one to A.J. Lewis. In and out of the hands of Lewis on the tunnel screen. That one had a chance for big yardage, and Lewis just couldn't.
Shaq going to give it to the back, and he's going to cut up, and he's going to keep cutting. He's going to go in. Touchdown Bulldogs as Dalen Stewart scores from 24 yards out.
Stewart, what a great run. Good blocking by the offensive line. Stewart, right side.
He's not
I know,
big,
I know.
huge guy.
That's right.
I mean, he's not small, but I mean,
No.
I'm telling you, Madison Central has very athletic defense and offense.
He'll call for the football. He'll hand it off to Will Smith. He'll bounce it out on the right side, makes the first guy miss, and he slides near the 45-yard line. They'll say his knee was down at the 43.
That's just to pick up a 2.
3rd down and 4. 6:20 to go here in the ball game. Hounds trailing 27-20. They'll have to go quick if they want to get a snap off before the heat timeout.
I think take your time here, Shep, and get the heat timeout.
Bunch of receivers there. Whitehead keeps it. Gets out of one tackle. stays on his feet.
Oh, he's
still
still
oh my goodness.
He almost broke out there, Shep.
I mean, that was phenomenal. A life-saving tackle there by the Madison Central defensive back, and that'll take us a Citizens Bank first down to
to scoop and score. 6 points for the Arrows. Touchdown, Ashton Nichols.
Yeah, the excitement in this booth is enough to it's shaking in here. Wow, just an excellent play by Ashton Mitchell. First of all, the punter decided for some reason he received the ball
took forever
and then held it for 4 seconds, allowing the penetration to.
Smith, number 58, I believe, had him out of the backfield, got lost.
Got caught up with the eye wash on the play fake.
Just like that.
He was headed out towards him.
1 point away.
And as Lance just mentioned.
All right, so we thought, at least I did, that Oak Grove was starting to pull away from Grenada, but not so fast. It's 31-24 after the Chargers get that long touchdown. We saw the end of it on the replay. We saw Clinton block a punt and return it for a touchdown. So now they are up 25-10. They're waiting the PAT. We just saw Brandon score, and we also have Ocean Springs and Madison Central, where it's still 27-20 Madison Central, and it looks like Ocean Springs has the football. So let's go to Ocean Springs and Madison Central now, as Ocean Springs is at the MC 45-yard line.
Ready for both.
Bryson Smith goes in motion left to right. He's in the backfield. He will take a jet sweep. Micah Jones will not let him go.
No. That young man is a ball player.
That's right. He plays tight end. He plays defensive end. He does both of them really well. Loss of 3 on the carry for Bryson. Clock moving. 5:15 to go here, fourth quarter. Hounds trailing Madison Central 27-20, but they've gotten some momentum on offense the last few possessions. Boy, they're playing press coverage on Jax Coleman here on the near side of the field.
Now they roll over the top.
Whitehead's going to keep it on a design run. He's got blockers.
Oh,
and then he's got Micah Jones.
He came backside and
yeah.
Yes, sir. Add the extra point to it. 9:30 left to play in the third quarter. The Clinton Arrows have increased that lead. 26-10 is your score. We'll take a commercial break, and we'll be right back after this.
Up here. There's 5 receivers in this route. 3 bunched on the left side. Odie flanked out to the far side. 4.5 to go in the game. 10 seconds on the play clock.
This unique formation for us.
5 seconds. I think coach is going to take a timeout.
Yeah, he's going to use the second.
Yeah, they're going to take it right at the 4-minute. Oh, they're going to.
Do you try to pick up half of it and go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, they let 4 extra seconds run off there. So
that'll be Lewis in motion. A little mishandle snap, going to flip it to Champaign. It looks like we've got another false start. So the bugaboo again for Oak Grove is a lack of discipline up front on either side of the ball. So another false start. That'll back it up 15 after the advanced pet care penalty. And not a good way to start a drive when you're in dire need of answering. Clinging to a 7-point lead here with just under 9 minutes remaining in this one. So now Champaign will be flanked to the left rather than in the pistol.
Was able to catch him, but too late as Branson makes it to the end zone.
Stepped out of bounds at the, we'll see where it's marked, at the 44-yard line. But A.J. Lewis showing his athleticism, picking up some serious yards after the catch, making one man miss, and then off to the races. And the big guy steps out of bounds. Well, that's just shy of the 50, picks up a huge Javamos first down after the Warriors were backed up, and it was 1st and 15.
Been waiting to see what he can do out in the open field. You saw it there. Just barely stepped out of bounds, but that gets
Patriots.
Is at 8:31 remaining in the football game.
Lewis at 6'1", 195 is a big body now. Going right back up into the air, looking for Caden Smith. And that one just beyond his outstretched right hand.
And Kellen Hall is down.
And it looks like now Hall suffering from cramps as well. So Kevin Doc Malden quickly out on the field as they look at the sophomore Hall, but
First down, so why are they stopping the clock? Now they're stopping, the clock's been stopped for. Well, that's as good as a timeout.
Yeah.
That's all right. They only got 3 left.
About 4 yards as number 18, that's going to be Alan McGee. He's a tight end. That's his first catch of the night, a 5'10", 198-pound senior. So it'll be 4th down and 4. The ball sits on the Picayune 47-yard line.
You know they're going for it.
Yeah, got to right now at this point, for sure. Both teams have had their share of 4th down. I believe Brandon unofficially is 3 of 4 tonight on 4th down conversions, and Picayune somewhere around 2 of 3.
Ball sits at the Picayune 46-yard line, 47-yard line. Got to get to the 48.
Under center goes Parker. Parker, midline option, and the ball comes out. Ball comes out, and it's scooped up going the other way by the Bulldogs. Scooped up going the other way, and he's going to walk in. That's Preston Ashley. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
No flags.
Last second that time. And that was
flags on the play. Officials look like they kind of stopped play for a minute, but we didn't hear a whistle. But Ashley's going to – that ball kind of laid there for a minute, but Ashley's going to scoop it up.
I think, well, they'll throw the ball down the field. Quarterback's got all the time of the day. Panthers finally put some pressure. Cruz Johnson gets pushed. The ball just thrown out of bounds. My goodness.
Legal block. He got him on the shoulder.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Unfortunately.
Yep.
Be nice if we could get a stop here.
3rd and 1. Johnson will hand it off up the middle.
Oh,
my goodness, breaking free. There goes Singleton. He needed a yard, and he's going to pick up about
yard line. He'll fall forward after the tackle. He's got another Java Mo's first down drive, staying alive. The chains keep on moving.
It's going to be a 4th down. He falls forward for about 6 yards. It's going to be 4th down. And after that play, it's going to take the play clock below 2 minutes. I will say this, the Patriots in no hurry.
No.
Screen single receiver up top. Give to Champagne around the left side. Again, following.
Clock at 1:46.
Looks like they may be taking their last 4 seconds.
They're going to snap that football. Quarterback looking down the field, and he's going to throw the ball, break it up. What an outstanding Sam Bates. Yeah.
In single coverage. We'll see if Hall goes up top to him here. This time carry goes to Martez Blackwell. And he gets caught from behind, but that's going to be good for another job.
Open to reflect on the final score. We've got to get really big kickoff return by the time. It looks like Fortenberry is going to advance it took it on the right side.
Ability.
Yes.
Just need to do it. I mean, ain't nothing to it here.
I think it's time for Sawyer Bates.
He's been a little quiet, ain't he?
For you. You don't even know what's going to, you never know when. But every time you go there, it's just always there for you. It slaps. It really does, Jeff Shepard.
All right. Thank you very much, anonymous announcer. All right. So 2nd down and 11. Jags will once again take a knee. Quarterback will take a hit, Jaden Johnson. It's been a long time since he's been hit like that, but it's been part of the problem, Trey. Yep. So, all right, Coach.
Ooh, Sawyer was wide open.
Yep. Sam Martin gets thrown down. Second down, it'd be third down. Clock continues to run with 50 seconds left. Panthers are going to call
their first timeout.
Their first timeout. 40.
We should have time for one more snap. Yes, anonymous announcer. The headphones on that side only work in one of the ears.
Yeah.
And that is going to do it. For the second year in a row, the Greyhounds fight valiantly against the Madison Central Jaguars and come up short in a tight ball game. Last year, it was 15-14. Tonight,
21 Tyler Edwards, the junior, will take his place. He's going to line up on the hash like they're playing a two deep.
So give to Blackwell around the left side, knocks the helmet off of Hardiman. I believe that's the second time tonight as Hardiman's helmet has been knocked off trying to make a tackle.
All right, so Madison Central wins its season opener 27-20. The Jaguars beat Ocean Springs in the season opener for the second year in a row. We got Germantown up 38-21. The Canton Academy stream went offline, unfortunately. So Canton Academy had the football in a tie game, 13-all late in the fourth quarter. We've got Oak Grove driving on Grenada. There's about 5.5 minutes left there. Brandon up comfortably over Picayune right now. And then Clinton and Warren Central. It is 26-13 Clinton at this moment. For Madison Central, next week, the Jaguars are going to be at Brandon. That's always a good one. Meanwhile, Ocean Springs will be at Oak Grove. So we've got two good ball games coming up next week as we wait on something to happen in Germantown. Let's go over to Oak Grove. The Warriors driving. It looks like they are definitely in the red zone, trying to punch in another one and maybe put this game out of reach late in the fourth quarter.
Zone after they pick up the Javamos first down. Give to Champagne, almost broke the initial tackle. Does fall forward, picks up a pair yard.
Field, and coming over Otavius Hunt to make the tackle at about the 47-yard line. A gain of about 4, but it'll bring up fourth down and 8.
Jersey off his shoulder pads, driving guys into the ground. Gets that from his mama, no doubt. Or his grandmother, Miss Frida.
Give to Causey on 2nd and 5. Got a chance. Warrior time, touchdown! Roman Causey with the score. So it's touchdown with the score.
With the toe.
Little confusion, not sure what. 44 seconds to go in a quarter, and timeout taken by Germantown. So we'll take timeout with them back in 60 seconds on the Cougar Sports Network.
Where is your nearest Bank Plus?
And looks like we once again have Laundry on the field.
The play, touchdown's good. After the play, unsportsmanlike, caught that 15-yard penalty from call.
Looks like we're going to have to replace the batteries on the mic after the game.
Our white hat sounds like I do sometimes. So, an unsportsmanlike penalty on Oak Grove, that will be in
something, but boy, you really hate it because Drummond has been threatening breaking one all night long.
Boy, what a weapon he is.
I'm telling you, man, McQueen, that sophomore class, look, and you've already kind of mentioned it already earlier. The plays that were made tonight, Shaq, your quarterback, sophomore, Robinson, your running back, McQueen gets the interception return for a touchdown.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct after the play is what it looks like.
Oh,
so
it's going to stand.
It's going to stand. So there's that cycle that we were asking for. There's the kick return.
That's a 71-yard punt return by Logan Drummond. Houdini's in the house. I mean, look, the man is special with the football.
I'm telling you, man, Drummond is something else with the ball in his hands. All these guys are, but it's something Drummond, McQueen and Drummond, those guys are just difference makers.
Extra point on, up and good. It is now 60-34 Dogs rolling down in South Mississippi. We've got 4:17 to go in this one. Timeout.
They're going to throw that ball out in that flat again, aren't they? Nope.
Nope, screen.
Yep. Hadn't done that all night. Inside the 20-yard line, he was still in bounds. They have no timeouts.
It'll stop for just a second.
Just to move the chains. Chain gang not moving very fast over there.
They're not the youngest of guys.
Yeah, well, okay.
I think it's possible. That
I don't know why they're out there in a huddle because they don't have any timeouts left. Do I know?
They just called their last
one.
one.
I thought they'd already used 3. Okay, all right. 7 seconds on the clock. Patriots use their last timeout. 13-13 game. Man, what the fight we've had in those Panthers tonight.
I'm telling you know, they have a kicker, but do they have enough time to run a play and get a kick?
I don't know if they got that much of a kicker. I mean, he made an extra point. The first one was a line drive. The second
They got at least a guy who can kick it pretty far on kickoffs. That's about it.
That sarcasm rising to the...
It's more of a kicker than we've seen.
Yeah, well, okay. All right.
I just want to say there's a kicker.
Oh, okay.
I don't get to say it much.
You want to see yeah. I need to add OT to this too, don't I? Quarterback rolls out to his right. He's looking to throw it down the field, and the Panthers are there. And they've got an interception. They're coming back across the 15 to about the 17-yard line.
That will end the time.
That'll end the game. It'll go to overtime, rather.
Yes, sir.
For no gain, so a good job by Maddox that time. Dropping Taylor for minimal.
All right, so it looks like we're going to have overtime in Canton Academy and Heritage Academy as Canton gets the interception at the end of regulation, so it's 13-all. Let's hear a word from Performance Therapy as we watch Oak Grove and Grenada in the fourth quarter.
Physical therapist and clinical director here at Performance Therapy in Petal. Here in Petal, we have both occupational therapy and physical therapy, but in the near future we plan to add speech therapy as well. At this clinic we offer both adult and pediatric therapy. With the adult therapy we offer manual therapy with addition of vestibular therapy for people that are dizzy, that may have falls, or if you roll over in bed and you may have some dizziness going on. We also work with Parkinson's patients with a specialized program called LSVT Big. We're glad to be in the Petal area. We have a wonderful group of patients, future patients. We've been blessed with the opportunity to work in both the area with North Forest, Eatonville, Petal, North Hattiesburg, and some of southern Jones County. We offer individualized approaches where we work hands-on. You walk in, you can actually sit down and talk with us if you have a lot going on. We individualize all of our programs for each patient with the goal of meeting your goals and hopefully getting you back to your best self. If you're in the Petal or North Hattiesburg area, feel free to contact us directly at our clinic. If you're not in this area, then feel free to reach out to one of our 14 other clinics. We are performance therapy, comprehensive care, hands-on treatment, proven results.
Finally dropping. Yeah.
All right, thanks again, Performance Therapy, for all that you do for Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live. Clinton just got a big stop against Warren Central on a 4th and goal. So it's 26-13 Clinton late in the third quarter. Heritage Academy and Canton Academy about to start overtime. 13-all in that game. And on their first play, they've got a run and they got a touchdown. Heritage Academy scores a touchdown the first play of overtime. And we've also got Oak Grove and Grenada still going on as Grenada's down 2 touchdowns. So Heritage Academy scores first in overtime. Now it's up to Canton Academy to score, but we got to see what Heritage is going to do here. I don't know if we're going to see an extra point or not, but we're keeping an eye on Oak Grove and Grenada at the same time. Obviously, 1:15 left in the Oak Grove Grenada game, so let's hang with Heritage before we go back to Grenada.
71 was on the left side, and he headed toward the right, and he just cleared a path. Going for 2. Quarterback rolls out, the ball thrown out into the flat, and it is caught. It is now 21-13, Patriots.
An Ocean Springs team with an explosive offense, from what I've been told. Well, a 4th and 7 turns into a 4th and 2 now.
Trusty going to give it to Elliott around the left side, and it looks like he's going to be short on 4th and 2.
Well, the Warrior defense makes a play when they have to.
And it is indeed a turnover on down. So really nice job dropping Elliott for minimal gain as Oak Grove comes up big, gets the turnover on downs, and that'll do it as the fat lady is warming up that voice.
All right, so Oak Grove is going to get a win, 38-24 over Grenada, we're assuming is going to be the final score. Grenada is going to host Winona next week, or Winona, I think that's what it is. And then Oak Grove, like we mentioned earlier, is going to have Ocean Springs. Is that what I said earlier? All right, now we're in overtime with Canton Academy and Heritage. Canton Academy trying to match Heritage, but if they score the touchdown, they have to get the 2-point conversion. Let's go there.
He's on it. He's moving a whole lot faster than any of the other linebackers.
At least he's where the play is. I will give him that. God, last week we had a guy who was 30 yards behind the play every time.
Walking.
I mean, he had no clue. Second down for the Panthers, same formation, same play. You're going to run it the same. No, JD changes direction.
He loses hill right there, my friend. You got to get downhill.
Yeah, he just he changed
some of this clock.
2nd and 9 for the Arrows. Straight drop for Walker. Now he steps up in the pocket. Helmet snatched off by the interior lineman. No flag on the play. That is a clear and obvious face mask, but nothing called. So it'll be 3rd and long coming up.
Yes, I don't know what you would call that. It's grabbing the face mask is one thing, and that's certainly a 15-yard penalty in every book.
To go here on 3rd down.
Yep. Panthers get the ball. Cruz, he's going out to the right. He'll be taken down for a loss at about the 8-yard line. Panthers down to 1 opportunity. And the Panthers do call timeout. I guess that answers that question.
Yep.
Feel at the same time, sort of a pseudo wildcat type of deal here. Coming up on 3rd down, 11 yards to go for 1st down.
That's right. So, yes, I think it's not even a pseudo wildcat. You've got a wildcat. You got both your running backs in the backfield with no quarterback. So, and if the center's good enough, he can choose to snap it to either one of those guys. But, it allows young Walker, hopefully they can get enough yardage here to get a 1st down and allow Walker to get back into the game.
We have a timeout on the field. We're going to take it with them this time. 1:38 left to play in the 3rd. Clinton leads 26-13. We'll be right back after this.
Waits. Now takes a snap, hands the ball off. This time big hole for number 33, Slaughter. Off the left side, breaks the tackle, heads to the end zone. Will be taken down just shy of the end zone. At about a length of the football outside.
Well, that is not where we're at.
Nope. One wide out.
Play clock has not started yet.
Oh, you mean the play clock.
He's trying to get him. There it goes.
Sawyer Bates at slant out there? Or is the safety going to roll out?
I would assume so.
Direct snap to Johnson. Dives for the end zone and gets in over the tackle of Brooks Wallace. And it'll be touchdown Mavericks.
On the play, and there is a stop. We have 2 flags on the play, actually. The Vikings do get the stop. We'll see what the call will be here.
That's typically going to be where you had the wide receiver screen. Wide receiver takes 2 steps forward and then comes back while everybody else goes forward. That's where the flag was thrown, and generally that's going to mean an offensive hold, but I believe there were 2 flags that hit the ground here, so there could be a chance for an offset.
Will be no good.
That analogy, was it?
Bring up 4th down, so the punt team is going to come
Panthers
out
looking to throw the ball down the field. They got a man in the corner. Incomplete on the pass. And that'll do it. That's the ball game. Panthers lose this one in a tight overtime match. 2nd overtime game of the year.
Yep.
21-13 our final.
To get the punt off.
Good hold. Much better punt here by 9. Takes a good arrow bounce inside the 45, and that's where they'll start, about the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Vikings.
So Young Beasley, and I don't think he's going to mind me saying this, is never going to win any punting beauty contest, right? But that did what it needed to do.
That's right.
You
That's
needed
right.
what you wanted to clear yourself out of your own half of the field, and got some really good hang time on it. The ball went plenty high,
Which allowed his teammates to get down there and cover.
Correct, and then had a very fortunate bounce once it hit the ground to give him 5 or 6 more yards. So yes, you did what you needed to do with that punt.
So here we go, 1st and 10. 2 deep safeties for your arrows. Play action, throw right over the middle to Lynch. Catches it in stride. Now he's dragging defenders. Still on his feet at the 35. Still pushing at the 30. This strong kid. And now he's got a convoy helping him go all the way down near the 25-yard line. He should have been stopped at midfield, Ty, but his determination gets another 25 yards.
So that's a young man that's has really opened up in the second. Clinton did a good job of shutting him down in the first.
So Cougars will take the field trailing by 25 with 8:46 remaining in the game. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Again, next week we'll be at home as we'll have our home opener as the Clinton Arrows make the trip across I-20 to Flowood, Northwest Rankin High School. Across rivalry. New quarterback on for the Cougars. I believe that's high pass for Deshaun Dillon. Incomplete. It's number 4, Gavin Phillipson, the new quarterback coming in for the Cougars. It's probably just Coach Cooper taking an opportunity to get Phillipson some playing time, get him on the field in a 25-point game in the 4th quarter. Let him get a few reps. Takes a snap, throws a quick pass out to the right side. A little bit low, caught by
Greer fighting for anything. Maybe gets a yard or 2, 2nd and goal coming up.
Yeah, good job. The Warren.
Minute. It's going to be an abbreviated show because we got to pack up. Chris will catch up with Sam Williams. I want to remind you next week, home game. Hand off to the back. Second back coming through. Madison Central comes calling. It should be a
Can work for it. Rolling out to his right is Nash Morgan. Got pressure, throwing on the run. Almost picked off. I believe that was Ashton Nichols on the coverage. 3rd and goal coming up.
Yeah, Nichols just did a great job there of staying with his receiver. Morgan did a good job of identifying the quarterback for Warren Central, identifying the open receiver. But young defensive back for Clinton, just did a fabulous job over there of closing that down and making play on that.
Big third down right here. 3rd and goal from the 9. A bunch set coming out here for the Vikings. Play action. A little bit of a leak route to Winters. Winters stretching for the touchdown, and I believe he fumbled it out of the end zone, Todd.
Yeah, they're not giving the touchback signal yet, so I think they're going to say he fumbled that ball out of bounds right there at the 1 yard line. But from our perspective, it sure looked like he.
I remember last time I saw a 60 burger in a high school football game, but Brandon beats Picayune 60-34. We did have a player down on the field, I'm not sure which side, for a long time, had to be taken off on a stretcher. So prayers up for the player in that ambulance that just drove off the field. But Brandon winning this game at Picayune 60-34. Brandon is going to host Madison Central next week. Yes, and then Ocean Springs is going to be at, I got my games mixed up. Anyway, let's go to Clinton and Warren Central. That's where we're at right now. That was a 4th and goal from the 1, and they did not get it. Warren Central has been shut down at the goal line on the last 2 drives. But back to Picayune and Brandon. Brandon is going to be hosting Madison Central. Picayune will be hosting North Shore next week. So we got 2 games left. We got Clinton and Warren Central and Germantown and Northwest Rankin. Germantown up 46-21 with just under 7 minutes to go in that ball game.
Had the reception, just didn't pull it in right through his hands. Now Phillipson waits the snap. Fakes the handoff to Marion, rolls to his right, looks downfield, is going to tuck it and run himself, goes down, and then is hit. He went for the slide. I don't know if they're going to give him the slide. He got hit by number 92 after he was down. That's R.J. Arnold. But a gain of about 3 on the play, 3rd down 7. Hands the ball off to Kamari Marion. Hit at the midfield, spins through that, gets out to about down to 48 is where they're going to spot it. So 4th down, a little over 3. And we got a timeout. I believe this is the Heat timeout. So we'll take timeout. Back in 60 seconds on the Cougar Sports Network.
That's all you can ask for. A yard or 2, we'll take it. 2nd down coming up.
You know, I'm hoping our good friend TJ Ware does the Friday night red zone, if you will. Hopefully he was tuned in to either one of those defensive stands, because those are character-defining plays for a defense and a team. You know, just you can do what you want, but you're not going to score. Just something else. A lot of fun being in the booth tonight.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is indeed. Arrows trying to draw the Vikings off sides. Didn't work, so now we go to the real play. Walker hands it off again. More power trying to get it. I believe that's going to be no gain, so we got 3rd and long coming up on this next one.
Yeah, and I think everybody kind of assumes that you're going to run the ball in that situation. Certainly Warren Central assumed correctly in both instances, and to their credit, stayed home, kept it in front of them, and it allowed Clinton to get minimum yardage. You know, in not an ideal spot. You're on your own 2-yard line with 8 yards to go. So, you know, you really got to pull something out of the hat here.
So we'll see how it goes. A quick slant. Perfect throw from Joseph Walker to Eric Johnson. You want to talk about a timing throw? Walker put that one on the button.
Yeah, not only that, you set it up with the play action. We talked about it. We touched on it a little bit in the first half, but everybody bit, especially interior, bit on that fake handoff to the running back. And, you know, Walker's still.
All right, so we only got 2 games left. We know Germantown and Northwest Rankin is essentially over. It's 46-21, 5:41 to go in the 4th quarter, and then the Clinton Warren Central feed just too choppy. So we're going to call it quits for week 1 here of Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live right here. So it was a good night. Saw a lot of good action, a lot of good games, some blowouts, but good to be back for high school football here in Mississippi. Thank you very much for watching Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live presented by Performance Therapy. And thank you to the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame Museum for hosting us and letting us bring you our favorite football show and our favorite show to do every year. And also thank you to Basil's and Roosters for the pregame meal tonight as we kicked off the high school football season here on Mississippi Scoreboard Friday Night Live. So for Andrew, Sterling, and Hayes, I'm TJ Wary. We will see you same time next week. Have a good night.